All right.
Yes, but we have traffic managers on ground managing the situation. But all other areas look cool and calm.
We're still going to track that one as well. But other areas around Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, was the 411 within those corridors?
Oh, quite cool, except for the impediment on Paja Bridge inward Agege.
Okay.
Yes, which we've been keeping an eye on. LRE has been contacted. We should get more news from there as soon as they arrive.
All right, then. So we're going to look into that direction as well. Apart on the Expressway, do you have any news from there too?
Oh, yes, movement still looks good, connecting the Mile 2 corridor. As at the last report to be done during the 7 o'clock hour, but of course we know how dynamic traffic is. That's why we're always in tune for the latest.
All right, let's look through the big screens right now from the studios. Of course, you know how it is. Yeah. Anytime we get on the big screens in the studios, it sounds and feels so magical.
All right, Temidayo, what's on the big screen?
All right, starting off with 3rd Milan Bridge, Ogudu access at the entry part of Ogudu. This morning is good for those who are going in and out of that access. It's quite good.
It's still looking good?
Yeah, it's still
okay, I was thinking you have lots of influx building up to the bridge.
No. It's at Unilag Waterfront.
Okay, well, that's where you have the build-up.
A busy situation.
All right. All right, then. So which other locations can you see on the big screen?
That's Allen.
Okay, so you can see Allen there. Is it building up gradually?
Oh, yes. A high influx, having to wait for the traffic light to give,
at the intersection there.
Just by the intersection there.
Right.
So we have lots of vehicles waiting for the traffic light.
So let's look in both directions now. So which is receiving with higher vehicular flow? Is it those that are making that journey inwards Alausa, or those that are making the journey towards Ikeja?
Of course, inwards Alausa.
Inwards Alausa. So lots of people are trooping through that corridor.
And in the afternoon time, have more.
It's the reverse.
Yeah, it's the reverse.
Can you see any infractions?
No.
Oh, there's one. Can't you see one? By Bagada Feast, just by the service lane there. There's a broken down articulated truck. That's it down there.
Okay. All right.
It's here now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's at Bagada, you said?
Yes.
Okay then, so I'm sure that the traffic...
It's on the service lane, it's not affecting the flow of traffic.
Yeah. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can still sift out some other areas for the listening pleasure.
Kudrat Abiola Way.
Yes, what can you see there?
Very much on the high side, for those heading towards Ojota, coming from the Ikeja, that's underneath Ikeja Bridge, making that turning into Kudrat Abiola Way. Yes.
All right.
Down to Ojota.
So you can see lots of people making use of that corridor as well.
Busy. It's almost a standstill.
It's slow there. Or maybe at the intersection there.
No, not the intersection.
Probably the effects of the intersection for those who are either turning into Ojota access and this is the ones going towards Ikeja.
Yes. Okay, so that could be responsible for that as well.
That's it.
All right, let's look through. Can you scan out Oshodi? Let's see what's going on Oshodi right now, because these days we're having lots of commercial vehicles, and it appears parking within that Oshodi route is it's something else right now, because you have commercial buses left and right, and that really builds up sometimes, especially in the afternoon. So what can you say at this time? Is it still good?
Yes, we're trying to just navigate the cameras.
Okay, let's see if we can just zoom in to focus on Oshodi this morning. Let's find out what the situation is around that location.
Oh, yes, we still have the commercial buses occupying a major part of the road.
They're there.
Yes,
right underneath the bridge, underneath the Oshodi Bridge. We have a whole lot of them, particularly the mini buses.
Just even one lane for motorists moving inward.
And even at that corridor, there's this field portion.
All right.
Yes, the road is really bad, so it's really causing some slow movement.
Okay, then I'm sure that we're going to bring that out from time to time from our live cameras in the studios. Just trying to do some simulation here so that we can give you as much more information as required. This Friday morning, today being the 12th day in the month of January
2024.
2024. That's the way it is right now. Okay, then. Traffic-wise, we've dealt with that. And on the program today, we'll be talking a whole lot about vehicle inspection, right?
Okay, back to VIS.
Back to VIS. So we're back to the VIS world, and we'll be talking about what the outlook for enforcement will be looking like this year, 2024. Some of you come across 1 or 2 infractions on the roads, and a lot of times you begin to call us to say, well, I just had a cracked...
No, but we hardly see them on the road these days, the officers.
You mean the VIS official?
Yes.
Yeah, because they are making use more now of technology, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You have the cameras?
they have the handheld cameras. They have the one in the control room that can pick up. They have cameras on the roads as well that can pick up any infraction. So that's the new phase of enforcement in Lagos.
That's fantastic.
Using technology, so you do not need to see engineer Akin George Fashola's men. They are not very conspicuous on the roads these days, but they are working. All they just need is for you to receive a text message.
An alert.
Come and pay.
Yeah.
A different kind of alert.
Yeah, so that's the way it is right now. And you know how it is. So, and I also understand there's blacklisting. So if they send you a message and you refuse to comply, after some time, your vehicle will be flagged and blacklisted. And you know what that means? The next time you want to go and renew, they will just pick that vehicle up.
And that's it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be learning more about these and so much more on your side. But of course, I'll be sharing with you some of the stories making the rounds on
That's
the
right,
lines.
on the newspaper headlines. So lots of stories. Mike James will be bringing that to us. Birthday profile as well. And guess what? By 10:15, we'll be revisiting the world of surveying. And this time around, they are still dwelling on the roles surveyors play in averting building collapse, right? But of course, we'll be having some interesting conversations with people on the streets to find out the processes that they've gone through in building their homes. I mean, you need to listen to some people. You need to listen to, there are lots of things that are happening across town. Some people just feel, well, building is all about just, let me get one block here, one block there. And then before you know it, something is standing, without necessarily getting all the papers. And by the time the big hammer comes, they will say, no, the government is not. Okay. So we'll be going through that during the 10:15 segment on the benchmark. That will be making its return today as well.
All right, and so all that and more will come your way on your side. Where the benchmark, 10:15. Keep the time, Lagos.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adebola. I'm an entrepreneur and a motorcycle enthusiast. Keep listening to Your Side Mirror on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It simply rocks.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It's nice to have you join us at this time as we take traffic information from its various physical locations and then we put it straight into your ears. Do not forget the partial closure on the Third Milan Bridge is still very much on. And so those of you on the mainland have access through the Third Milan Bridge right now. Traffic managers are well positioned to ensure that you can have it seamless, but we're having some high influx all through those corridors. You're welcome. Victor Oteri is my name. We're ready to roll this beautiful Friday. Let's join Mike James right now as he brings us newspaper headlines.
This morning on Newspaper Headlines, we'll be taking a few stories from the Punch newspaper. We also have The Sun here. We'll look through The Sun. We'll connect with The Nation, These Day, and Alausa Alert. All right, then, so let's begin with our first story from The Punch. TCN disconnects Ajaokuta over 33 billion naira electricity debt. FG begins probe. Now, the federal government on Thursday said it would investigate how the non-functioning Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited accrued 33 billion naira in electricity debt, which prompted the Transmission Company of Nigeria to disconnect the company from the national grid. The Minister of Steel Development, Shuaibu Audu, revealed this to State House correspondents after meeting President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja, on Thursday. So that's one interesting story you will want to check out from the Punch. Let's move on to the next story. Accidents. Federal government plans new vehicle safety policy. The federal government has revealed plans to introduce a new policy in the transport sector in order to enhance full compliance in the use of vehicle safety kits by motorists. The Minister of Transportation, Saidu Alkali, made this known in Abuja on Thursday during a sensitization program on road safety and use of automobile safety kits organized by the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria. FAAC urges federal government to pay 228 billion naira election loan. The postmortem subcommittee of the Federal Account Allocation Committee has recommended that the federal government refunds the 228 billion naira loan it secured from the non-oil excess revenue account to finance the 2023 general elections. This information was disclosed in a comprehensive report signed by the subcommittee chairman Kabir Mashi on December 14, 2023. So let's move over to the Sun. Better Edu, don't spare anybody involved, Obi tells Tinubu. A presidential candidate of the Labour Party, LP, Peter Obi, has urged President Bola Tinubu to ensure those complicit in the alleged scandal involving the suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Better Edu, are brought to book. In a statement on his X-handle platform yesterday, Obi said the government should go beyond the suspension of the minister, which he described as a welcomed development, and carry out a comprehensive investigation into the matter. So that's from the Sun newspaper. Let's move on. Trapped $700 million. Foreign airlines threatening to exit Nigeria soon. EFARN warns. And despite the recent release of $61.64 million to foreign airlines in Nigeria by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, there are still fears that some foreign airlines may exit the country if they are unable to completely repatriate their funds, estimated around $700 million. The Association of Foreign Airlines and Representatives in Nigeria, EFERN, raised the alarm yesterday, even as it described the $61 million released as a drop in the ocean, which will not resolve the pending issues. One story to look out for from the Sun. Let's take this one. Tension as Supreme Court delivers judgment on Lagos, Kano, Plateau, 4 governors dispute. And tension has grouped Lagos, Kano, Bauchi, Cross River, Ebonyi, Plateau, and Zamfara State ahead of the Supreme Court judgment on the 2023 governorship disputes today. Already hearing notices from the Supreme Court have been issued and served on parties. Meanwhile, the Apex Court has reserved judgment on the appeals involving the governorship election in Abia, Delta, Ogun, and Nasarawa states. You can catch that one from the Sun. Nigeria, others to spend $720 billion in new gas pipeline project. That's another headline taken from the Sun. So let's move over to the Nation newspaper. NYSC makes NIN mandatory for registration. Now, the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, has made the registration of National Identification Number, NIN, mandatory for its national service. The scheme said the NIN would be used to mobilize Corps members for this year's service. It insisted that prospective Corps members without the number would not be mobilized for national service. And over to These Day newspaper. We'll take just one story. And it reads, international travel fares skyrocket despite FG's intervention to defray trapped airlines funds. Despite the recent payment of $61 million, equivalent to 66 billion naira, to foreign airlines by the federal government as part of their revenue trapped in Nigeria, international carriers still charge Nigerians outrageous fares for international travels. Before the federal government paid $61 million, trapped funds in Nigeria had risen to about $800 million. Another story here reads, Minister woos Labour Union, says workers' welfare paramount. Workers' welfare paramount. Minister woos Labour unions. The federal government has solicited the cooperation of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, in promoting workers' welfare and national productivity. Minister of Labour and Employment, Nkiruka Oyeji stated this in Abuja when she paid a visit to the leadership of the NLC as part of strategies to mobilize critical stakeholders to align with government agenda in the labor sector. So that's our last story, but we have a Lausa alert coming up. So from Alausa Alert, we'll take this story that reads, Las Coco inaugurates cooperatives e-commerce platform. That's from Alausa Alert. And use of an e-commerce platform known as Las Coco Mart has commenced for registered cooperative societies in Lagos State for ease of business transactions. The online shopping platform, which was launched at the Lagos State Cooperative College, Las Coco Agege, is available on www.lascocomart.com. And speaking during the launch, Provost Las Coco, Mr. Korede Ojomu, described it as another milestone actualization of the college's mandate, saying it is another way of providing technical and other support for the sustenance of cooperative activities in the state. He added that the website is a cooperative society-specific ecosystem that is accessible only to cooperative members whose societies have registered on a platform to transact commercial activities. So that's our story today from Alausa Alert. You can grab yourself a copy of the dailies to read more or go online to catch some stories there. All right, so that brings us to the end of the newspaper headlines. Victor Oteri will be here shortly for the rest of the show. Thank you for listening. My name is Mike James. Connect with us via any of our platforms. On Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, and on X at Lagos Traffic 961.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adebola. I'm an entrepreneur and a motorcycle enthusiast. Keep listening to Your Side Mirror on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It simply rocks.
I belong to the Chop Better gang. Now why anytime I want chop like this, I dey put better things inside. For my yam porridge, after I don't put my fish, I go come deck am with onions, tatashi and ugu, come season am with correct no cubes for that delicious taste. Because my people, good life now life where you chop better. Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with no cubes for that obonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
If you no register and link your NIN to your Airtel number, them go block you. You no go fit call, browse, or even get your bank alert. Do normal. Make them not block you. Carry your phone, dial *996# to link your NIN to your Airtel number. Now, if them block you, no worry. Just take confirm ID card plus your NIN slip. Waka go any Airtel shop and them go register your number.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. Hi, I'm Tunde Obey.
And I'm Oye Obey.
And together we're known as Two.
When you rise up in the morning and give thanks for another beautiful day.
When you step out of your beautiful home and drive out in your beautiful car.
Always remember, fasten your seatbelt. Slow down. It's better to be safe and arrive alive than not at all.
Stay alert, stay focused, and above all, stay safe.
This message is from Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Moving Lagos forward. 222.
Too long. It's kinda like it didn't happen. Don't make it. Your lips spoke. The way you dance was slow. I don't care. It's good, it's gone. I said I won't lose control. I don't want it. I said I won't get too close, but I can't stop it. Oh no, there you go, making me a liar. Got me begging you for more. Oh no, there we go, starting up a fire. Oh no, no, oh no, there you go, making me a liar. I kinda like it though. Oh no, there we go, starting up a fire. Oh no, no. Oh, I watch it, I feel it. I know I shouldn't stay. I can see your hands on me. I don't wanna let it happen, but what if you kiss me? I want it, I like it, and no one sees it. I said I won't lose control. I don't want it. I said I won't get too close, but I can't stop it. Oh no, there you go, making me a liar. Got me begging you for more. Oh no, there you go, starting up a fire. Oh no, no, oh no, there you go, making me a liar. I kinda like it though. Oh no, there we go, starting up a fire. Oh no, no. Don't believe what you say when I say that I don't need you. I don't believe myself when I say it, so don't believe me. Oh no, there you go, making me a liar. Begging you for more. Oh no, there we go, starting up a fire. Oh no, 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 there you go, making me a liar. I kinda like it though. Oh no, there we go, starting up a fire. Oh no,
If you do not register and link your NIN to your Airtel number will be blocked. No calls, no SMS, no surfing the net, no social media, and no bank alerts. So, don't get blocked. Dial *966# to link your 11-digit NIN to your Airtel line now and stay connected to your friends and loved ones. If you get blocked, you will need to visit an Airtel shop with a valid ID and your NIN slip to re-register and reclaim your number. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
One dial gets you looked out all day, all time with that traffic report, just as and when you want it, with great music and lots more. Lagos Traffic Radio, your driving companion.
On the road, rails, and waterways, we bring you up to speed with the latest traffic news, views, and comments from transportation experts. Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Traffic news round the clock.
Timeliness begins with the letter T. We strive to maintain timeliness in disseminating information to our listeners, and that is why we are reliable. Being the most reliable radio station, providing traffic information in Africa is our vision. Maintaining the A status, which is accurate. Accurate
BBC and serving you real-time traffic situation reports live from the roads in details. We are dynamic in every way. With the use of modern technology and well-motivated workforce, we keep you up to date with information on all modes of transportation, and that has been our objective. Being the first authentic traffic radio station in Africa, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, moving Lagos forward.
Right then, so we're back from the news, and of course it's time to get back to some serious deals on the roads right now. It's all about the traffic situation. Those of you making that journey to the island, the Third Mainland Bridge is still very accessible, even though it's lots and lots of influx within that end. But of course, it's really receiving attention from all the traffic managers working tirelessly to ensure that you have it pretty good. So we say big ups to LASMA, okay? Big ups to them. Or the officials positioned across different levels. The VIS officials, I understand they're not as visible as they used to be, but of course they are working tirelessly behind the scene too. And then the traffic wardens are doing their own bit to ensure that we move Lagos to the next level. Let me see the flash update. I understand the impediment we had at Igodo. It's that of a broken down tanker at Council Roundabout inwards Idimu. Which was having a mechanical fault. But the good news, it has been taken, so it's a much better drive if you're navigating through that corridor right now. So big ups to the LRU and others responsible for that evacuation. All right then, review of the earlier reported Obafemi, that's the breakdown. Okay, Obafemi Awolowo Way. I understand it's busy movement on that corridor from Obafemi Awolowo Road from areas like civil defense. It's a busy one. Ikeja City Mall, Coca-Cola Junction, a radio, as well as Allen intersection, and that's occasioned by the traffic signal light alternating and trying to ensure that you have it good. Movement from Balogun as well as Olowu to Ikeja underneath the bridge, still looking pretty good to go at the moment. You do not have any major worries. We have traffic managers visibly saying controlling traffic at the moment as well. Okay, so let's switch gears. Let's celebrate you. Today is the 12th day in the month of January. And for those of you who are born on this day, it's time to ring out the bell for you on our birthday profile for celebrities. All right then, so happy birthday to Adeyemi Fashola, aka the Dean. Of course, he's retired, but not tired, from the Lagos State government. I'm talking about former permanent secretary with the Lagos State government. Big shout out to you, by the way. We wish you the very, very best on this wonderful day. Talking about Yemi Fashola, the Dean. Dapo Adekunle is celebrating. You former senior manager with the Nigerian Ports Authority. Happy birthday to you. As you celebrate on this day, may you never know any form of sadness. Dupe Shonibare is also celebrating. We wish you well. Adeola Abimbola is clocking 51 today. You are former staff with Lagos State government. We wish you the very best too. Ibiemi Aboyade is celebrating too. Happy birthday to you. We wish you well. John Quincy, aka Engineer LJ of LJ Garage. Happy birthday to you, LJ. We wish you well. Biodu Casting Dada is celebrating, publisher and editor-in-chief of Academ Magazine. Oh, all right. Happy birthday to you. We wish you well. Pastor Peace Oretayo is celebrating. You are Pastor Royal House Glory. That's Royal House Global Christian Community. All right, then. We wish you well too. Chief Razak Akoni Okoya is celebrating. He is the Are of Lagos and owner as well as founder of Eleganza Group of Companies. He must be clocking one now. He must be dancing the funky chicken on his 80, make that 81 or 82 now. Okay, well, I think something in that line. Happy birthday to you, sir. We wish you the very best too. Prince Jide Kosoko is a name you cannot ignore. Nollywood actor, director, and film producer. Today is his day too. We wish you well. A great friend of the house celebrating today, Soji Oni. He is a controller technical for the Nigerian Insurers Association. Soji, we wish you the very, very best of this day. We pray that God will continue to be with you in all fronts and He will grant you more in terms of elevation this brand new year 2024. So, Juni, happy birthday to you. The entire members of the insurance family, they are wishing you well on this day. Adedolakmo Adetiloye is celebrating. You are daughter of Bishop and Reverend Mrs. Adetiloye of End Time Army Church. Okay then, happy birthday to you. We wish you well. Prince Paul Orobosa is celebrating. That's Paul Orobosa Agbonlahon. Today is your day. You are president of the Lahore Behavioral Services PLC in Houston. All right, then we wish you the very best too. And to all of you who are celebrating on this day, we pray that God will grant you your heart desires this brand new year. It's going to be a year filled with lots and lots. So it's your time to rise, shine, blossom, flourish, and get into a year filled with opportunities. Let's get on the dance floor right now to celebrate all our January 12 borns. Congratulations.
Happy, happy birthday. That is all I can say. I wish you many, many happy returns. Throw your hands in the air. Wave them like you don't care. Raise up your voice and make some noise. Let the party begin and the love within start to flow. Let it go. Oh, happy, happy birthday. That is all I can say. I wish you many, many happy returns. Happy, happy birthday. That is all I can say. I wish you many, many happy returns. It's your mommy here. It's your daddy here. Are your friends here? It's quiet. It's okay, yeah. It's our mom here. Everyone's seen her here. There is a special day to celebrate and jubilate. All your family and friends, everyone must attend to wish you well. To hear and
Have you ever been stuck in traffic for 3 hours? Would you like to navigate through the rush hour with ease? Let us get you to your destination with the latest traffic updates, while spiced up with some great music. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Traffic news round the clock.
Mom, how many cubes of sugar and milk can I use, please?
John, just add 1 spoonful of milk and 3 cubes of sugar.
Auntie, do you still buy cocoa, milk, and sugar, then mix together in this economy?
Of course, yes.
You should try John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate drink.
What's that?
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate drink has a good blend of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. It's the answer to your busy schedule. Just add water and stir.
Really?
It's delicious, nourishing, and convenient to make. Plus, it dissolves fast.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate drink is good for busy mornings, on-the-go lunches, and those after-school snacks. You won't need milk or sugar. Just add water for instant goodness any time of the day. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate drink is available nationwide in stores and supermarkets. Enjoy instant goodness of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate drink.
My guy, where we dey go now? Our guys dey wait o.
Bros, my body no gree complete today o.
Which kind yawa be that?
Abeg come sit down, Joe. Sit down?
Yes.
The thing no gree me now.
Abi that your pile wahala no come again?
No, why wahala no be small thing o. Na so e go dey start you. If it swell up or to dey comot blood sef, to sit down sef na gbege. That's why I say make you tackle my problem with Anudol suppositories. Anudol suppositories get bismuth, subgalate, balsam peru, and zinc oxide to tackle fire, so you go fit dey kampe to do your work sharp sharp.
Oh yeah, my guys. Make we go. Mother do good. One bottle for my guys.
Anudol suppositories na your relief for fire. Anudol suppositories na daily industries dey make am. Make una use the product in Feto. If after today you no better, go see your doctor. I don't know. My mind not well. Sharp shooter. Don't
come born again, Abi. Oh boy, no be that one. She do test and say na malaria.
True, malaria see the disturb una. It be like say I never yarn you about my shoulder the body.
Which best friend you get? We will not sabi.
Name na something.
I need to know more about this your best friend.
No wahala. Something. Na better anti-malaria medicine. We get the better combination of artemether plus lumefantrine. Na confirm anti-malaria medicine. I never see any friend way better pass my something. Oh,
no nonsense. You know what things? No wahala. Now when I know it, make I don't go back for my wife. Oh,
correct eye. About the chemical industry limited. Where they make Ebola pay for picking them. They make something anti-malaria medicine. It dey for pharmacy. Where they area.
if your body not like that after 3 days, make you run go see your doctor.
As you see me so, I belong to the Chop Better Gang. Now, why anytime I want chop like this, I dey put better things inside. For my yam porridge, after I don't put my fish, I go on bake am with onions, katashi and ugu, come season am with correct cubes for that delicious taste. Because my people, good life na life where you chop better. Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with no cubes. For that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
E get something you go notice with people wey don make am. Dem dey always dey strong and active. Dem no get dull moments because say dem go first knack correct bakis for morning. Dem come take the Dior syrup of hemoglobin support body. The Dior syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 na the ogbonge blood tonic to help your body system so you go fit perform well for work and even for play. 2 spoonfuls of the Dior wey you take straight like that or mix with beverage you dey take go office or gym go keep you kampe the whole day and go just dey bounce like football. Hey! The Dior syrup of hemoglobin. Carry go! Nothing do you. The Dior syrup of hemoglobin. Not the power to unleash. Abeg, make una read the tori paper.
Don't think it is better to get the updates fast and undiluted from a trusted and reliable source than to hear it from just any other station? Get the authentic traffic reports from Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, moving Lagos forward.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Your side mirror is taking off right now. And of course, we're set for the conversation corner. My guest has been around for quite a while. We'll be talking about vehicle inspection and vehicle safety in the year 2024 from the Vehicle Inspection Service Outlook. Of course, you know who my guest is. Engineer Akin George Fashola is very much in the building. We'll be connecting with him shortly. But let's take you through the roads right now. Would it tell you if you want to head to the island from the mainland? Those of you at this end still have access through the bridge. Okay, that's been on from 12 midnight, and it will remain like that to till 12 midday. And of course, from 12 midday, of course, we just give some little time for the stream on the bridge to really subside. After which, those of you from the island will now have access on the Third Mainland Bridge for the remaining part of the day, and that's from that time through 12 midnight. So take note of that. Those of you from the mainland have access right now, but those of you from the island, at this time, you are advised to make use of Eco Bridge and Kata Bridge, and I understand we have lots of traffic managers within those areas to ensure that you have it good. Let me just run you through the last report. Oyingbo Bridge is slow, but it's a moving one. Inwards Ido, underneath the bridge, it's a busy movement right now, even as we speak. This is due to high influx, and of course, that's occasioned by the partial closure of the Third Mainland Bridge. The return journey from Ido underneath the bridge to the mainland hotel is very, very good to go, but inwards Bojsen roundabout to Oyingbo Market is a slow and steady moving traffic being experienced. Vehicular movement inwards to Total Filling Station by Ilele is moving smoothly, even as we speak. Total Filling Station inwards Kano bus stop is moving, but you have some bad portions of the road at that particular location, slowing vehicles down at that location. Kano by Jeba and Akpeno as well as Symmetry down to Adekunle Signal Light is a moving one, is moving much better even as we speak. Moving from Adekunle inwards St. Agnes is also looking pretty good to go. University Road is moving steadily, proceeding towards WAEC, and it's also good traffic movement heading towards that corridor this morning. Most of the areas we're tracking there is still looking good in terms of the absence of breakdowns at this time. Okay then, so those of you coming into Lagos, I understand it's still pretty good on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. We're still tracking that one as well. You're having it good navigating through that corridor. But those of you on Agege end, in what Agege from Yanokwaja, we have an impediment there, so, and it's been there all morning. It's affecting movement, but of course the traffic managers, they are tracking it. We're also trying to say, I understand LRU, they've been contacted, and they are working on that one right now to see how that can be taken care of. So take note of that. If you're trying to make use of the Agege corridor, you have that impediment there as well. But of course, we'll be getting more feeds from our traffic managers spread across the length and breadth of Lagos. Okay then, so that will give us some time to sink our teeth into the conversation with prospecting traffic enforcement in the year 2024, the VIS Outlook. Joining me in the studio right now, Engineer Akin George Fashola is Director, Lagos State Vehicle Inspection Service. Engineer George Fashola, nice to have you. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor. How are you?
Very good. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you and all the listeners.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. So it's nice to have you here. We've been trying to see how we reflect on this for about 2 weeks now, but thank God you are here. Let's talk about Vehicle Inspection Service. How did it go from the perspective of VIS last year?
Very well. If I was to give a score mark, I'd probably say about 65-70%.
Okay. It went fairly well.
Yeah, very well.
Okay.
Very well.
Now, this is from the perspective of your agency as a regulator. What about the perspective of the motoring public, those that are making use of vehicles? Do you think they are really paying attention to their vehicles, as the case may be?
Well, some are, and the rest need to, which is what the focus on this year would be. The main focus for vehicle inspection services this year would be on commercial activities. I'm not saying that we are going to neglect the private sector, but the main focus will be on the commercial activities within the state.
Okay. Now, commercial activities, meaning that the commercial buses are going to do more enforcement on them?
Commercial buses, commercial vehicles, as in private commercial vehicles, all commercial entities in the state.
All right.
The enforcement will be strong and firm.
Okay, because I was just having that dialogue with my colleagues earlier on, and we were talking about the VIS and what they've been doing or what they've been doing, and they were stressing the fact that your personnel, most of them, are no longer on the roads. I did make a case that yes, maybe it's because you guys make use of technology more of these days, but is that the real reason?
That's part of it, but the main reason is we had to look at our efforts last year and retweak and rejig some of the things that we want to focus on this year. We had a session with the Honorable Commissioner, and he expressed his outlook for the year, and he has challenged us to go forth and do what our mandate provides us to do. And that's what we're going to focus on this year.
So we're going to be seeing your men more on the roads now? Is that
Oh, yes.
you
are.
That could lead to more traffic buildups.
So that's part of the strategy. So the emphasis is not to create more chaos where chaos is already, but to look at sectors where we can effectively work without hindering traffic.
Right. Okay, so I know that your men do a whole lot because when you do inspections, sometimes it's not just about what you see physically on the vehicle. So talk to me, what are the broad functions of the vehicle inspection service? What are the things that you guys do?
That's a good one. So, one of the things that we do is we test vehicle owners for driving competency.
Okay, just a second. Let me see if I can take this call. Hello there.
Hello, good morning.
Talk to me. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, this is traffic manager Ajay calling from Agege Fine Cinema Artist.
Good. Talk to me. I know we had an impediment there earlier on.
I just to keep you posted. On the earlier, I reported abandoned the cement mixer. I just on Old Abakuta Road.
Right.
Right in front of our Pastor police station. Inward Fine Cinema.
Right.
Which is selling very much hard now on traffic. Backward Apulegba artist.
Right.
Meanwhile, this is a case of an overnight accident, which is involving the said mixer in question, likewise another vehicle.
Okay.
Our efforts are still very much in top gear to get the said abandoned cement mixer off that point, just for the motoring public.
Okay.
Our efforts so much are in top gear, to kindly bear with us, as our men are very much on ground, are doing the needful.
All right. So the backlog is where at the moment?
The backlog has extended towards Apulegba, has extended towards Apulegba.
All right. So are you advising for any alternative? Would you want to give any other alternative that you can make use of?
One of us are still very much on deck. I just feel very much continue to encourage them to keep coming.
Okay.
As our men are still very much on ground, doing the needful, while we still await at the arrival of LRU to come and get the said abandoned truck off that point.
All right then. Thank you so much for bringing that information.
You're most welcome, sir.
All right, an impediment there, an overnight accident involving a cement loader, he says, and of course it's at Abattoir, opposite Abattoir police station in what's Gege. So backlog at the moment is somewhere around Abulegba. Maybe some of you might just want to navigate through the Abulegba straight down to Yanokwaja and probably proceed from that end rather than coming down to Agege. All right, but it says traffic managers are there trying to ensure that you have it pretty good. So I was just trying to find out from you what broad functions that you guys do, because a lot of times people just know you're meant for just, inspecting things, inspecting the vehicles, but what else?
Okay, so like I was saying, driver's license, we test vehicle owners for driver competency. One of the key things over the past years that has been taking up our time is the auto VIN inspection, which is the pre-inspection for vehicles. So we have a lot of cases where falsified identification of vehicles come online, and whether it be for a stolen vehicle, be it for mismatch in VIN verification, we get a lot of that, which is one of the main focus for VIS, the auto VIN. We use that to verify the exact make and model and who owns the vehicle.
That particular vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a lot of issues with that. Even we assist police in that aspect. Yes.
Okay.
We have a lot of cases on the line there. And then there's the proof of ownership the federal government instituted.
All right.
The yearly proof of ownership, we deal with that as well.
Okay.
We deal with international driver's permit based on laws that we have for local licenses within the state. So a lot of people that travel out want to drive temporarily in other countries, so we will issue them international vehicle license.
Okay. That's also under your purview too?
Yes, it is. Now, let me be specific about that.
Okay.
Do not come from another state and say you want to collect an international driver's permit.
Why is that? Can't I do that?
No, you cannot, because it is only peculiar to Lagos State. We keep a register of Lagos State issued licenses. Lagos State issued licenses. Yes.
So somebody from Abeokuta cannot come to you?
No. I don't have your record, and neither should I. You need to go to the relevant state and obtain from that state.
Ah, okay. All right. I think that's a revelation here, and it's good that you're pointing that out now before people begin to...
Yes. Don't come from Kogi State and think you're going to get a Lagos State. No, that's not how it works. So we will issue it based on the data that we have on file. So
Okay.
if I don't have your data, I'm not going to issue you anything.
Right. Let's talk about, the advancement you guys really have been working on for like 3-4 years now, which is the automatic number plate recognition. How is that going, by the way?
That is going very well, but we need to improve on aspects of that. So it's a good thing you brought that up. So part of the problem that we're having with ANPR is also related to people covering their plate numbers, people that have
faded
and damaged plate numbers. Please go and rectify that with Motor Vehicle Administration Agency, because you will run into more problems if you don't. Yes, it is creating some issues that we need to rectify. It's very simple. Just go and if your plate number has been damaged, go and get a replacement. If your plate number is faded, go and get a replacement.
So what this means is that the cameras aren't able to capture adequately the information on that number plate if it's damaged, right?
Absolutely, and that will make that vehicle in particular go on a blacklist. So officers will be forced to stop you.
So it's not a case of, okay, since the camera cannot identify me, then I can hide on that.
No, you cannot hide under anything. So it's a good thing you brought it up. Motor Vehicle Administration Agency has been advocating since last year on easier ways to renew your plate number, so to speak, if it is faded, if it is damaged. They've done a lot of work to make that process a lot more seamless, and I think the commissioner has weighed into this matter, and he has put his best foot forward to make sure that the process is seamless and fast, so as to not to keep a backlog or hold people down for required number of time.
Okay, so that's been sorted right now.
Yes, it is.
All right, inspection, very crucial, and that's the aspect you guys have equally, done a whole lot. You've ramped up your centers and all of that, but how is it going? Because some people are still having issues with it.
Victor, if I'm being honest, the issues that I have seen, aside from the normal ones where we have mechanical breakdown, is vehicle owners don't read instructions on the note that is given to them. Come on a certain date, go to a certain center. They want to go where they want to go, when they want to go. No, it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, but we have to go by the scheduled appointment.
Yeah, but isn't it possible that some of the centers, there could be hanky-pankies as well? People bringing in people from other locations just to come and do their inspections at the dates that they are not given.
It's possible, and I have a special unit that is looking to that this year. We will go hard on anybody that is flaunting that law. And I want to say we've seen incidences where people produce fake documentation to come and do testing. Obviously, if you're not on the schedule, I will see it.
Okay.
There's also been incidences where allegedly there have been money being exchanged hands to, hasten
the process.
Yes, all of that, like I said, has been put in a special unit that will look into those issues and enforce the proper. And anybody found within VIS or within Lagos State government to be flaunted that law, will be taken to book.
Right. So when you do this inspection, it's called the computerized vehicle inspection.
Yes, it is.
And when you inspect these vehicles, is it to say that there's a way you can pass them? Because sometimes people say they've gone to do this, they're going to do that, and yet your man did not pass the vehicle.
Okay, so it's not for us to pass the vehicle. It's for us to tell you if there's something wrong with that vehicle, so as to forestall issues that we have on the road. You just had a report that of a mechanical breakdown. So if we are proactive in telling people this is what is wrong with your car, it goes a long way to help us avert incidences like this on state roads.
Right. Okay, so it's not a case of you saying we have to pass this because you've come compulsory to do it.
No.
Or perhaps because you've made payment.
No.
All right, how does the process work? So, roadworthiness, that's where it all starts, right? I pay for it, and what's the next thing? I have to go and do the physical inspection.
Okay, so when you apply for your roadworthiness certification, they will give you, and you make your payment, they will give you a scheduled date and a scheduled time and a scheduled center to go and do the test. Now, let me stress this. If you have a problem with the date, time, and place the computer has picked for you, because it's picked on availability, you need to make a point to stress that to the officer that this is a problem for me, and he will see how he can change that for you. It is not for you to come on the day or afterwards and say it's not convenient for me. That's after the fact. Okay, because you can see it when they give it to you. It's not convenient. I can't make this time, or this center is too far away from me.
So it's not to say I have the right to pick any center that I like.
No, you can't pick any center. If you let people pick any center that they like, then Ojodu and Lagos Island will be shut down.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can expand the discourse beyond the studios. This morning, we are looking at vehicle inspection service, and we're prospecting it in the year 2024. Engineer Akin George Fashola is here with us, and I'm sure some of you might want to also have an interaction with him, or probably ask him one or two questions. Feel free to do so on 0809 912 0777. Okay, these are the numbers that you can call, and you can also send in your comments or your concerns too as well. Feel free to do so. I have a question here that says, are there different rules for private and commercial bus drivers? Because it doesn't seem to be the same rules. All right, you didn't put your name anyway, but that's a question for you. Are there different rules?
There are no different rules for anybody. You will recall at the beginning of this program, I said the focus and emphasis will be on commercial vehicles. We have found out that they don't particularly listen as much as private individuals do. So I will redirect my focus this year to deal with that.
Okay.
But there's no different rule for anybody.
All right, it's the same.
Yes, it is.
And you guys are going to be going all out for the commercial buses.
Oh, yes.
All right, then. Let's hear from you. Hello there. Hello? Okay, I guess we lost that. 08099120777. Hello there.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Victor.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
Hello?
Hello there. All right, I think it's a bad connection. We'll try and see how we clean that up as well. 0809 912 0777 091 53877127. These are the numbers that you can call. We're trying to see how we talk and reflect more on vehicle inspection this year, 2024, and the VIS is ready to intimate themselves with you. Hello there.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Victor. Good morning, sir. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. This is who?
Engineer Joseph.
Okay, nice to hear from you, Engineer Joseph. Go ahead.
God bless you. Good morning, God bless you, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph, Engineer Joseph.
Good morning, sir. Happy New Year, sir.
Same to you.
Yeah, my question is just that there's an argument about I think yesterday when you are giving the require to bring your vehicle for inspection. Perhaps you are busy or you have an urgent travel, so you have travel. What is the period of the repair to be expire? Somebody yesterday at one of the locations, somebody said 2 months, then another said 6 months. Where your repair can expire to bring your vehicle for inspection.
Okay, all right. He will answer you. Just listen on your radio. All right, so what's the period of expiration for that referral?
2 months.
2 months.
2 months is adequate time for you to come and do your
inspection.
Okay,
so but if peradventure I'm not around after that 2 months, what happens?
Well, it's not the end of the world. You can also always go to any VIS center and request for
another date.
Yes, an extended
date.
All right then. Based on validity. You just don't just walk in and because you feel like it. No.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Yeah. Is that Traffic Radio?
This is Traffic Radio. What's your name?
Sorry?
What is your name?
Well, I want to contribute to the program.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. What is your name?
My name is Folabi. I'm calling from the community.
All right, Folabi, go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah. This one. Mr. Fashola says, I think it's not time. I will appreciate the government is to come on here and say it the way it is. How do I mean? Oftentimes we have complained that VIA will always exempt commercial forces on the road for inspection. And they keep on coming and defend, always on the defensive side. But for the first time, you see you admitted this morning that you are coming through for this year for those people that are causing a lot of problems for us on the road. So you keep on a scale of 1 to 10. And people that have complete all the halfway to comply. They are more than 70. Well, I tell you, 99% of commercials, they don't have, they are not even motoring in the first place. They are not road. But yet, they are still on the road. They are even enjoying the road run away. I will see our flag. I will put it right in. So, good morning. Continue that. That is the only way that can move us forward. Otherwise, we continue, merry-go-rounding with this issue. Because we don't follow after the truth. And we have said part of the truth this morning.
All right then, thank you so much, Falabi from Ikorodu. So it says big ups to you for at least taking that direction of trying to ensure that you enforce much more of the commercial buses. But have you had a conversation with them, their unions? Have you done that?
We have been having conversations forever, and we will continue to have conversations. But there has to come a time where conversations has to be put aside, and we do what we need to do.
Okay, so it's all about enforcement, right? All right, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Victor.
Yeah, good morning. Who am I speaking with?
Comrade Daniel.
Oh, Comrade Daniel, how are you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
And you?
Very good, too.
Good morning, Mr. Fashola.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
All right. Yeah, Mr. Fashola, we have a challenge on this issue of camera picking up your plate number that your documents are expired. And you have slammed 20,000 each in that document. My vehicle, particular expired just a day after. I guess I was picked on this and I was planned 60,000 because the document expired at the same time. The insurance, the road ordinance, and the vehicle license. So I went to the office, I have to go and pay 50,000 naira. I don't have such money. So what do I do? The money.
Okay, just hold on, Comrade Daniel. Is it? They told you to. Oh, he's gone. All right, but you heard him, right?
I heard him. That's a tough one. First of all, that is a state law, and
can one contest it?
Of course you can. There's an avenue for you to contest when you get a text message that you have done an infraction. There's a website to go and look at what it is that you've done, what time, what date you've done it, and if you feel you cannot do it or you did not do it, you can click on contest, and then you provide the documentation or the evidence to contradict that, and they will look at it in the back end and get back to you within a couple of days.
Okay.
If it is true that you did not contravene, the fine will be cancelled. If it is true that you contravene, the fine will stick. Now, he made mention of something that he doesn't have the money to pay. That is beyond me. I'm Honestly, he's not alone. I get a lot of that every day.
Right.
People come to the office. I can't afford this.
So can it be waived?
No, it cannot be waived. Listen, well, it cannot be waived by my office.
Okay.
I don't have that jurisdiction.
You don't have
to
the
do
powers to do that.
So the best thing to do is to go to the Ministry of Transportation under the office of the Permanent Secretary or the Commissioner for Transport himself. They have jurisdiction over whether to waive a fine based on circumstances or not. That's not my, that's not my department.
All right, then let's see if we can still explore this much further. We are with the VIS this morning, and we're projecting the outlook for the year 2024. Hello there. Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor. Good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning.
And Mr. Engineer Fashola, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
What's your name, sir?
This is Dr. Busari.
Dr. Busari, nice to hear from you.
Yeah. I want to congratulate you, at least for the bold step that you want to, put in place in 2024, Engineer Fashola.
Thanks, sir.
And it's focusing on the commercial vehicles, as one of the callers has said before. The only thing I want to add is that you must be ready, at least, to bear resistance, and you must be able to fortify your men. But definitely some of them want to attack them.
Absolutely.
Because there's no doubt they are very unruly. Very, very unruly.
Right.
So that's just what I want to add.
Okay, then.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
How fortified are you and your men for this for this kind of challenge? Because
Okay, so that's a good question, which is one of the reasons that we've been off the road. We need to be smart and we need to be innovative in how we approach this. I don't want to go into details of that on the road to sabotage my own efforts. But he's made a very crucial point. We need to be officers need to be smart and decisive in the way they deal with this matter.
All right. So, but in moving forward, and how soon will we get this information? Because a lot of times people have the feeling that you guys were not doing that enforcement. A lot of times you've come here to say, look, we picked up 60 vehicles, we picked up 30, 40, and all of that. So, how soon will we get this information to say, look, this number of commercial buses were picked up on so day, they've been prosecuted, their vehicles have been impounded. How soon will we get that information?
Okay, so that's a good point. In time past, people have been under the impression that we don't enforce on commercials. That is not true. Like I've told you, Victor, many times, we have many various instances. So what we have decided to do this year is to document on a monthly basis and put it out there. But honestly, I don't know if that is going to add anything to anybody's cup of soup.
That's what you think?
No, hold on. What I feel will make a difference is...
Just hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yes.
What I feel will make a difference if they see the reduction in terms of rickety commercial vehicles and their behavior attitude changes.
Okay. Maybe that would be much better then.
Absolutely.
All right, let's take this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir, in the studio.
Good morning. What's your name?
I'm Emmanuel. I'm at the moment in Ladipo.
Okay, Emmanuel, go ahead.
Sir, I have 2 cases which we looked at just the past few weeks. A friend of mine, his paper expired, parked his vehicle in his compound for 2 weeks, paper with flat tire. He went to go and renew his paper and it was sold in oil because his paper got expired 2 weeks ago. But he told them he didn't move the vehicle out of the compound. In fact, it was a tug of war. He had to get a lawyer, send him to the office. He took the picture of the car. After, now, he told them to show them the evidence on the computer. They couldn't show them the evidence to become an argument, and because of the lawyer presence, it's killed too.
Okay, what about the second incident?
The second one, too, the same thing happened just recently, this week. This person that got expired, he left his car in his compound, and he went to the office, to do the papers, and he was told that it's only 50,000. You know about what? I don't know if the car got expired. He said yes, and he left the car in his compound. And he was surprised. He cannot move out of the compound. How come he's doing 50,000? With all the price, he did everything he could do. Nothing came out. Yeah, eventually he paid 50,000.
Okay.
So, sir, I'm hearing these cases until I have close people experiencing it. what I'm bringing it to you, sir.
All right, very good. Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. So, what do you think would have happened, Engineer Fashola?
Okay, so a couple of things. We've talked about plate numbers. And let me be frank. What happens sometimes? I don't know the situation this gentleman has just described, but what I've seen over the years is sometimes, yes, the vehicle is parked in the compound, maybe down mechanically, and is not moving.
Right.
A lot of times people will take that plate number off the vehicle and go and put it on another vehicle and be driving the streets of Lagos.
Or could it be that...
Hold on.
Okay.
It could also be when you have a defaced plate number, that is being driven around, that is similar in nature to the one that is parked in the compound. So sometimes doing extrapolation from the camera,
right,
so the 3 can become an 8 because the 3 on the plate number is bad from the one the camera picked, and now looks like an 8.
So it's a technical error from...
Technical error. So
the camera.
He has done the right thing, which is to come in, they look at the image. The image will tell you that the car, the vehicle make, color, the plate number, and when you look at it critically, it'll tell you whether, yes, it's different from the one. I've seen many cases where the vehicle that's parked in the compound is different from... I've also seen cases where the vehicle is parked in the compound, but the plate number is on another vehicle driving the road.
Yeah, so, but in terms of approach now, because he had narrated 2 incidents, on the one hand, there was a legal practitioner that was involved, that was how he got free, but on the other hand, the guy couldn't because there was nobody to help him argue his case. So, how do your men approach this? Because sometimes they could just be very, very adamant.
Okay, so in every instances, when you go to any particular station and you argue your case and the officer, maybe due to limitations of his equipment in the office, has not been able to reconcile with you, please come to the headquarters. Right? It is not to a point where you need legal representation. We can adequately solve the issue within HQ with better equipment. So that's my advice.
Okay, all right. Let's see if we can still sneak in some calls before we wrap up. Hello there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
I want to talk on the issue of a road worthiness.
All right, what?
Now, for example, every year I go to Dudu office for my vehicle license and every other paper renewals. Now, they will check it, they will tell me whatever is wrong, I'll go and fix it. Yes, the road from my house to go out to link the express is bad. I stay on Odobolu Street, and if you are coming from Tipa Garage, it takes you till you get out to the express by that Apostolic. From that end, Adisao, Adelola, Oguyemi, Ogubawo, Ogushaide, everywhere is bad. Now, I have fixed the road I fixed the car last year when I went for road worthiness. Now, I'll go again this year. If they said anything is wrong with it, I fix it. Yes, the road I'm passing is bad, and I've been complaining. I've called in severally. People have called in severally. Those of us that stay in K2, especially that Agboyi LCDA, Agboyi K2 LCDA, we are suffering. Is that we don't have any local council chairman or council or whatever they call it. Nobody is there taking care of the road. And we've been calling on the Lagos state government that they should help us talk to the authority concerned to treat the road. Right. We can't continue paying road worthiness. We pay our land, we pay everything. Then we are suffering. And you tell us, you go back and tell us we should pay this. And now, imagine when I bought this car, I did all the necessary paper, proof of ownership and everything. Now, every year, I'm going to be paying extra money for proof of ownership. The car I own since how many years now? I'll be paying every year and still driving the car, still that owns the car. I mean, it's not fair. This is a report from the government. I mean, it's not fair. People out there, it's stealing money.
Yes, you read your point, and I really share your sentiments indeed. And I'm going to be putting that question back to Engineer Fashola. So, why is road worthiness needed when roads are not good? So that's IO's concern right now. So we need to really address that, and so many other people who are listening to us.
Mr. Victor, you're not being fair. Okay, so if I'm to answer your question objectively, I will put it to you that, okay, what about the other roads, all the other roads that are in excellent, good, fantastic conditions that people ply on?
Right. That's where she stays. So that's our concern.
Well, yes, I agree. She has a concern in that nature. And we will continue to fix the road. I will pass the message on to the Honorable Commissioner, and we'll see how we can educate and intervene in that matter. But road maintenance is an ongoing process, so we can't fix all the roads at the same time.
Right.
We'll take them accordingly as they come along.
Let's begin to wrap this up this morning. So you've given us the outlook for this year, much more in terms of enforcement, but approach by your men as well. I hope you're going to be working on that as well.
Okay, so that's a very critical point. So this year also, the focus will be on how to communicate, how to interact with vehicle owners, how to be respectful, how to be professional in your approach in doing your job. So those are also areas that we're dealing into, and it will not be left on.
All right. So for those who want to connect with the VIS, are there numbers? Are you guys online that they can reach you if there are infractions with your men?
They are online. All zones have telephone numbers for the zonal head, for the area commander, for the district commander, and if you fail in those avenues, there's always the headquarters to rely on. And then if all fails, I will still give you my telephone number.
Let's have it right away.
It's 080-90-76-0336. Send me a text. Don't call me. If you call me, I won't answer you.
Okay.
Send me a text.
Right. We'll leave it at that for now. It's always a thing of joy having you in the building, and I hope we have much more interactions with you and the listening public this year. That should be part of your focus as well.
It's always part of my focus, time dictating.
Okay, then. All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Engineer Akin George Fashola. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Victor.
All right, so he is the director of the Lagos State Vehicle Inspection Service, and we've been able to give you a kind of outlook that they'll be traveling this year. It's much more about the safety of your vehicles, but you need to also take action as well. Dio Anthony has produced the program. Maximum thanks to our social media team. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. I'll be back shortly for the benchmark. Just keep it locked right here.
Good morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State government partners EFCC to combat real estate fraud. President Tinubu approves committee to revive Ajaokuta Steel Company. And the foreign European Union introduces new imports policy. And in sport, former Nigerian international assures of Super Eagles victory at 2023 AFCON despite injury setbacks. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority (LASRERA) and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) have commenced a groundbreaking partnership aimed at curbing fraudulent practices in the real estate sector. The partnership was facilitated during a courtesy visit by the Special Advisor to Lagos State Governor on Housing, Barakat Odunuga Bakari, and the management team of the agency to discuss several issues of fraud emanating from real estate transactions in the state. Odunuga Bakari revealed that the joint forces of the two organizations are needed to enhance the regulations and enforcement of ethical standards within the real estate industry by securing a secure and transparent environment for both buyers and sellers. Also speaking, EFCC Zonal Commander, Lagos Command, who's also the Assistant Commander of the EFCC 1, Michael Wetcats, described the visit as a good move that will further assist the Commission in investigating corrupt cases around real estate transactions. The Lagos State government has received a fully fitted 5-room office structure donated by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, and the United States for the countering of human trafficking. In his keynote address, Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Lawal Pedro, noted that the structure is aimed at intensifying collaborative efforts between the state government and key stakeholders on rescue, reform, and referral of human trafficking victims. Pedro, who said receiving the structure demonstrates the commitment of the state government to ending the menace of human trafficking, commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for providing an enabling environment for the state task force on human trafficking. He had this to say.
I think we can all agree that the times of complexity is long gone. This realization is of utmost importance as Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration has declared zero tolerance for all forms of sexual and gender-based violence.
Given an overview of the project, UNODC Deputy Country Representatives Danilo Campisi explained that the objective of the project includes enhancing the cooperation between key stakeholders at the federal and state level and strengthening the capacities of stakeholders in investigating cases of human trafficking. Also, Director General of National Agency of the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, Fatima Waziri Azi, noted that prevention is a key tool in combating trafficking in persons, and awareness creature is the driving force behind such tool.
We know that Lagos has had a history of trailblazing over the years. A lot of pioneer initiatives have come from Lagos, and we know that if we must tackle the scourge of human trafficking in Nigeria, we need to strengthen our partnership with Lagos. From the records, our data records from last year, our shelter in Lagos received and rescued the highest number of victims for 2023.
Host and General Manager of the Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency, Ifalade Oyekun, reiterated the commitment of the agencies who are part of the state task force on human trafficking to judiciously use the facility to ensure a safer Lagos and strengthen internal security.
First thing is that you need to support this government, and when you see something, you say something. When you say something, you follow it through. It is your responsibility to make sure that what you've spoken of, you make sure that you follow it through, that it has been achieved and your complaint has been achieved.
Earlier, the Donors First Secretary, Kingdom of the Netherlands, Eva de Wilth, and Consul General, U.S. Embassy, Nigeria, Will Stevens, expressed their readiness to stand with Nigeria in the fight against trafficking in persons, which they described as a heinous crime against humanity. The federal government says it is planning to rid Nigeria and forest of criminal elements. Minister of Environment, Balarabe Lawal, says security forces will be deployed to flush out bandits and kidnappers responsible for insecurity in those hidden places. Lawal said apart from constituting security risks, bandits, poachers, kidnappers, and other criminal elements hibernating in the forest are threats to the Great Greens Wall project aimed at fencing the country from desert encroachment. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has approved the setting up of an inter-ministerial committee on the execution of 3 steel development projects, including the revival of the Ajaokuta steel mill. Minister of Steel Development Shaibu Audu made this known after a meeting with the President alongside the Minister of Defense Abubakar Badaru at the State House. Members of the committee include the Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Doris Uzoka, Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, the Minister of Defense, Muhammadu Badaru, and the Minister of Steel Development, Shaibu Audu. Audu said the revival of Ajaokuta steel mill will create not less than 500,000 jobs. The federal government has issued a public health advisory on increased risk of cerebrospinal meningitis outbreak in the country. The Nigeria Center for Disease Prevention and Control, NCDC, had alerted state government and public health authorities to the issue, as well as the need to mobilize resources for preparedness and response activities. In a public advisory, NCDC Director General Ifedayo Adetifa said the agency has heightened surveillance to address the rising cases, explaining that cerebrospinal meningitis is an epidemic-prone disease with infections reported all year round in Nigeria. According to him, the center has also deployed a rapid response team to Jigawa and Bauchi State to investigate reports of rising cases and provide medical and laboratory commodities to aid response. And in some foreign news, the European Union, EU, says plans are underway for the implementation of a robust customs pre-arrival safety and security system targeting cargoes entering the region through sea, rail and road. The EU says the new initiative aligns with its import control system too and will be launched on June 3, 2024. According to the Union, the new policy will require traders to provide data on goods sent to or through the region before their arrival. It says the new process, which applies to maritime and inland waterways, as well as road and rail in the region, would mandate importers to make a complete entry summary declaration. And over to sports news, former Nigerian international Andrew Akumogbe believes the injury setbacks hitting the Super Eagles preparation will not affect the team's performance at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. The team has lost Victor Boniface and Wilfred Ndidi to injury and is still hoping that Real Sociedad striker Sadiq Umar and Kelechi Iheanacho get back to match fitness. Akumogbe said his focus is the opening game against Equatorial Guinea, noting that the players must ensure they pick the 3 points before facing Cote d'Ivoire. Nigeria is grouped alongside hosts Cote d'Ivoire, Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau in Group A. Meanwhile, the Super Eagles will hold a training session this afternoon ahead of the opening game A fixture at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. The training will hold at 2 p.m. local time, 3 p.m. Nigerian time, as the team prepares to meet Zalang Nacional of Equatorial Guinea on Sunday at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium, Ebimpe, Abidjan. Osipesero's side arrived at Abidjan on Wednesday and has so far trained twice since their arrival. Our news at 10, but just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms, X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed 4,000 flats for the staff of Lagos State University, LASU, Well, you can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, LASRERA, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have commenced a groundbreaking partnership aimed at curbing fraudulent practices in the real estate sector. President Bola Tinubu has approved the setting up of an inter-ministerial committee on the execution of 3 steel development projects, including the revival of the Ajaokuta steel mill. We also told you that the European Union, EU, has revealed plans to implement a robust customs pre-arrival safety and security system targeting cargoes entering the region through sea, rail, and road. And in sport, former Nigerian international Andrew Akimugbe believes the injury setbacks hitting the Super Eagles preparation will not affect the team's performance at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. And for contact with the news